Okay, we're going to do this really quickly. I apologise for the absolutely awful microphone. So here we go. First off, loopMIDI, click that. Nothing in there at the moment. Sometimes there might be, sometimes there isn't. All you got to do, add port. Fantastic. You can change the name in there if you want to. There's not really any point in doing so. You can pretty much leave all of this be. Don't touch it for now. Come back out. Go into VanBasco. This will open up. It might have other stuff open. We'll ignore that. Like that. So you can just turn it off by hitting that. In here's the menu. Go in here, find setup. Right, so player configuration, output devices MIDI mapper. That's wrong. We actually want it in loopMIDI port. So we click that. You also know that loopMIDI is working this way because you can see it. Start from first note. You leave that checked, and if it's unchecked, retick it. Fade scan. I've never really noticed any difference myself, but you can turn that off if you want. We'll do that now. Everything else in here you can leave be. Apply it. OK it. Superb. Over here's your playlist. Downloads, which you can see some random mods I've got, are in here. You can just transfer them by literally clicking and dragging, essentially. So nice and simple. And here's your actual playlist, which is brilliant as well. Once you've done that, superb. You need to go over to MIRP next. So we open up MIRP. It's automatically picked up the loopMIDI is the port. If it hasn't, try and refresh it, and then make sure you're actually on this port. Don't touch any of this. Essentially, this should be working absolutely fine as is. Then go on to Goonstation, which I prepared earlier. Here we are. Hopefully you can hear that. So, I'm buckled in, which means that I'm not getting moved about so easily from the piano. It's fine if not, but if you do move away from the piano while you're playing, it will start outputting the commands randomly. If you need to stop that, quickly go into VanBasco when you're playing something and hit space, and it will stop playing, space to start playing again, just so you're not farting and doing a million other things. Next up, like I've done, I've got VanBasco open. I need to go onto here, click the piano with something not in my hand, and then you've got this. Now it's already toggled it on. Make sure it is toggled on before you do that. You can, something that I do, shove it to the side so you're not seeing as much what's going on when you're actually playing the game, or you can do that so you've got some control over the piano as well. Once that's done, that's great. You want to make sure the transpose is on 0. It is. That's superb. Offset's the same. That just changes how the notes sound, essentially. So it's not a big deal. Volume all the way up, because obviously you want everyone to hear you. You can obviously turn it down if you want the piano to be a bit quieter. And that is it. Then you go into VanBasco, press play, quickly click back and click the piano. And then hopefully you should be hearing that, and then you hit space to pause it again, and that's it. And then if you're done, you just close that down, and that should hopefully be everything. Thank you very much.